What I have students do is take on a topic or a theme or something they've been grappling with, something that's probably actually drove them to go to seminary in the first place. And they do a double reflective mode, meaning they have to do a theological analysis and they also have to do the art making process. And now you're going to actually hear from students in their research projects, like how they're responding to all the stuff that you've been hearing today. This is their response.
One of the things that I love most about playback theater is that it acknowledges the complexity of human emotion. And I think this is one of the aspects that our participants were most struck by.
During our rehearsal process, we developed a new form in playback theater that we called playback prayers. And we would use playback prayers to end each of our performances. I would ask 3 different audience members to offer a prayer, something that's on their heart, something that they're hoping for.
For my project, I wrote 5 songs, 3 of which I will be sharing with you today. When the reality of diverse female experiences is not represented in our church leadership, nor by the stories that we share, we tell the female person that she does not belong.
After all is said, and after all is done.
Making art has parallels to the spiritual journey. It requires risk-taking, beginning a journey before fully understanding what will emerge or exactly how to get there. In that process, the wind of God's Spirit moves and shapes the art and myself. Real transformation comes in the in-between space.
In the process of this autobiographical film, I experienced the profound role making art plays in both self-care and culture care. So the original intent of this project was, as Maria said, to bring culture care into the comic book community. However, after the well-meaning but firm feedback of my cohort community and my personal informative encounter of Puerto Rican liberation theology, the project began to reorient the focus inward.
If we are to be people who care for culture, we must look to our history, to the stories and voices of the voices that we have marginalized if we are to fully understand the way our world is changing. Now, this is only a first step, but without it, we will fail to capture the truth of what it may mean to live in a secular age. The study of race and secularism does not end with the documentation of managed difference. It begins there, and from there strives to unveil worlds apart, worlds of possibility, worlds of justice.
Weight of a million eyes calling out for God's own daughter.
Evangelicals, we have a tendency to look at ourselves on a battlefield and we're trying to win someone over on the other side. But what happens if we switch our positioning and we look at it more like a stage and we try to interpret together what's happening on stage? And I think when we do ministry, that's the best way to do it. And art lends itself so well to be able to look at it and go, okay, let's interpret this together. Art allows us to be freed up from that and allows us to be able to enter together on a more level playing field.
Folks from all walks of life fell subject to the degrading experiences of racism. Folks like Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, and Billie Holiday, they all have their own personal stories of racism. That's what stirred their music. You could feel the pain coming through their songs.
Take me back to the depths of the Jordan. Break my heart so that I know I'm human. Here it comes again.
Thank you. Folks, thank you so much for encouraging these theologians in the making.